So the program began when AnMed Health found out that we could either take a discount based on the usage of pacemakers and defibrillators that we implant every day in our EP labs, or we could use credits that could be given from those devices that were implanted to purchase AEDs that we could donate to the community. We actually started with the school districts and made sure we had one in every district in the county. And then we started branching out to the police departments because we wanted to have them mobile. So some of them are actually in big city halls and things where we have a lot of traffic there. Or some of them in the smaller communities are put in patrol cars and they're actually mobilized so that they can actually get to the cardiac arrest victim first, possibly even before, hopefully before even EMS. And we've actually partnered with Anderson County 911. Anytime we place an AED, we let them know where they are located at, and so that they can put that into their 911 system. And the goal is eventually to have a true system of care where if somebody calls 911, the dispatchers will know where these AEDs are located, and if there happen to be one nearby, they could encourage send someone out there to go get the AED and possibly defibrillate that patient very quickly.
Be a great asset to the department, and we don't have to pull money out of our operating budget. We are kind of limited to the money we have to operate on. It's going to be utilized on our rescue truck. We use it for all our first responder calls that we do run. We are kind of limited to just running cardiac calls, and it'll be staffed on that truck, and everybody here is trained to use it already, so it's something that can go in immediate service.
EMS plays an extremely important role. The first few minutes after the beginning of a heart attack is sometimes the most crucial. And what we realize is the faster that we can get a patient into the cath lab, faster we can get that artery open, the better they will do in the long run. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that they can make it to the hospital faster by driving themselves and not calling EMS, and really that's a mistake. What we know is once you activate the system, they know where you are. When they arrive on site, they can actually start life-threatening or life-saving measures then. As well, they can activate the cath lab and the cath lab team and the emergency room to prepare for the patient to come in, so their transport in is much quicker, their transport to the cath lab is much quicker, and their life-saving therapies are also in place. One other thing people don't realize is that you don't necessarily die from a heart attack, but you can die from the heart arrhythmias that heart attacks cause. And having one of the first responders there to place an AED or shock you back into a normal rhythm can be very life-saving. Whereas if you drive yourself to the emergency room, you don't have the opportunity of that life-saving therapy. People don't necessarily die from the heart attack itself, it's the heart arrhythmias that they die from. And those arrhythmias can be very unpredictable and occur at any time. We know that if we can shock you back into a stable rhythm, that you have a very good chance of survival. In fact, we know it really has to be done in the first 4 to 6 minutes. So we are trying to place these AED devices, these devices which a bystander or someone with limited medical knowledge can apply to the chest of a heart attack victim who suffered sudden death. And that device can analyze their rhythm and, if appropriate, shock them back into a normal rhythm, saving their lives and allowing them to make it to the hospital and to a cath lab to open up that artery. The signs and symptoms, if you look, 90% of people, I think, know that chest pain or chest discomfort is one of the signs and symptoms that are oftentimes displayed by a patient having a heart attack. But other signs could be pain into the neck, pain down the left arm, sweating, being sick to your stomach, feeling your heart race. Those are some of the other ones. Sometimes dizziness, lightheadedness may be associated with chest pain or chest discomfort. So those tend to be the common signs.